In this video, I'm going to talk about what makes a great sponsor. What are some of the watch signs that say to you, hey, this guy or this gal is going to make a great sponsor, is going to help me with my 12-step program of Alcoholics Anonymous. Okay, so let's get to the video. My name is Terry G. This is an alcohol-free life channel where we learn to live sober one day at a time. If you could take a second, please subscribe. Take another second and hit that like button. So let's get to the video. Woo! One of the first things you should consider when picking a sponsor is making sure they're well grounded in their own program, that they work the steps in their own life, they work the traditions in their own life, they have a home group, they're active. All those sort of things that are like the foundation of a 12-step program to get recovery. You want to sort of make sure that the person that you choose to be your sponsor to help you on the road to recovery is also on the road to recovery and knows what they're talking about. So being well grounded in their own program is, well, for me, it's the first one, and it's a big watch sign. Okay, so I know there's a lot of great people in recovery, but you want somebody to show you around and help you work the steps in the traditions. So that's number one. My sponsor right now is very much like this example I'm going to give you. What makes a good sponsor is that he's honest and straightforward. He holds me accountable for things I do and say. Like, he's not strict or rigid, but he tells me the truth when, you know, the truth is going to hurt a little bit or it's going to have a little bit of a sting. So you want somebody like that that's going to call you on your shit. You know what I mean, right? You've heard that statement in recovery programs lots, right? That's one that I don't like very much about my sponsor, but I do appreciate it when he says that to me. When he says, you know, Terry, maybe it's you who's the problem. Oh, really? I'm the problem? I'm not perfect? You know what I'm talking about. That's one quality that I find terrific in a sponsor. When I came into recovery many moons ago, back in the 90s, I was emotionally unstable. I had mental issues like crazy. Like, I was a problem dude. I really was. So what did I look for in a sponsor? I wanted somebody who was totally opposite of me. Somebody who was sensible. So that was key. And I think that's key when you're going to find a sponsor. Somebody who's sensible, you know, is a realist sort of thing. And for me, and I think for you too, somebody who's emotionally balanced. Because in early sobriety, a lot of us, and I include myself, we tend to be a little emotionally unstable. We're not in tune to the way we think or the way we feel. So somebody that possesses those qualities, that is stable, is really, really good. Another one is, are they reliable? And I know everybody has a life. You know, my sponsor has a family, has a second family. He's a motorcycle driver. He's got hobbies. He's got a lot of things he does, but he's reliable. When I call him or when I text him, I know if he doesn't get right back to me, I know he's busy, but he will get back to me throughout the day. And if it's an emergency, like I'm in crisis mode, I need to talk to him, I need some advice, I just tell him that in the text or in the voicemail. I really need to talk to you. Can you call me back and give me 2 minutes of your time? This guy has left events and stepped out for a minute to give me a chat, just to talk to me. He's went to family events, you know, goes off to the, I don't know, in the washroom or outside a little bit, just to talk to me for a few minutes, just to talk me, you know, off the edge sort of thing. So reliable, follows through what he says he's going to do, outside of the program, within the program. Those kind of things are really great qualities to look for in a sponsor if you're looking around for one, okay? I've heard this one in the program that when a sponsee didn't do or screwed up or relapsed, the sponsor gave them hell or got rid of them or, you know, just told them off basically. What they did was wrong, make them feel like shit, the sponsee. And have you ever heard that before yourself? Because I have. And my sponsor is not at all like this, and I'm not at all like this. When you're looking for a sponsor, I think a really critical part is you want somebody who's compassionate, who's got some empathy for you. Because in early sobriety, a lot of us have great big challenges: financial, marital, health issues, mental health issues, emotional issues. You want somebody who is on your side, who understands your struggles, really has a little bit of empathy for you when you don't really get it together at times or you mess up. Who needs to be told off or to be dumped? I get it. If you're a compulsive, relapser and you don't work the program, yeah, maybe you should be let go by your sponsor. But if you're just innocently trying to work a program one day at a time, and you slip and you fall and you drink or you get angry or whatever, I ended up in jail in early sobriety. If I didn't have a compassionate sponsor at that time, I don't know where I would be. If I didn't have somebody who understood my struggles, my mental and health issues that I had, emotional issues that I had, I don't know where I'd be now. So when it comes to me having a sponsee, I'm very compassionate. I show empathy. Okay? So to me, that's a really, really big one. It really is. Okay? So you might want to think of that one. Okay? One thing I try to promote when it comes to my sponsees is continuous growth. And when I mean to continuous growth, I mean like becoming independent, learning how to take responsibility for themselves, both mentally, emotionally, and physically. Those kind of things. Promote that, for they can get on with their life and become a whole person again, not just somebody who relies on me to give them guidance, for they can think for themselves, they can take risks for themselves, they start trusting themselves. So that's what I really love to promote. You know the old saying, right? Give a man a fish and he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish and he can feed himself for his whole life. And that's what I try and promote. Independence, growth, maturity, accountability, self-accountability, all that kind of stuff that alcoholism took away from these individuals. I want to help them get it back and become whole again and be proud of themselves for what they have accomplished. And if I can help on the way, I'd be more than glad to do that. One of the greatest gifts I ever received, well, I've got a lot of gifts I've received from the 12-step program, but one of the biggest ones was getting involved in service. So finding a sponsor that will help you and guide you into service. It's a really big one. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be making coffee, opening up the meeting, sweeping the floors, putting the chairs away, chairing the meeting, co-chairing the meeting, GSR, whatever it is. But a sponsor that will point you in the direction of service. And the reason I say this is because service is so important for an alcoholic, because it'll teach you how to get along with people and how to handle yourself in public and take responsibility for your decision making. Service matured me, it helped me grow up, but it helped me feel a part of, and it helped me to get along with other people. Something that the alcoholism took away from me. When I came into a 12-step program, I thought I was an island, and I didn't really get along with people that well, right? I didn't. I was afraid of them. I thought I didn't have anything positive to put in, like to contribute, all that kind of stuff. But service work is really important. It's really great for your self-improvement. So find somebody on your journey of recovery who's sponsor, but who's involved in service, and go along with them. Maybe go and answer the phones, go and help at a convention, go and help at a roundup. There's tons of things you can do in service when it comes to the 12-step program. We always need people. So find somebody that can help direct you in that area, or maybe even you can go with them, or they can go with you when you're doing service, just to help you along, because At the start, you probably won't know too many people, and going with your sponsor will just take that edge off, that little bit of fear or apprehension that you may have. So find somebody that can help you in that area too, okay? Finding a healthy sponsor, somebody who works for you in a 12-step program can be very daunting, and it can make you kind of discouraged, believe me. It took me a while to find a sponsor that really worked for me, okay? But the best advice I can give you is this. Find someone you can talk to easily and somebody who talks to you easily. And give it time. It takes time to nurture that relationship in recovery. It really does. I have pointed out a number of things on this video, another thing in toxic sponsors, and I have other videos that I'll put up the top here, links to them, that talk about sponsors, okay? It's an intricate part of the program, but it's one of the hardest parts is to find some person who works for you. I've been fortunate. I got off to a really bad start. I had some really crappy sponsors, but my sponsor now, I've had for over 30 years, and it's worked out. We've become friends. We really have. But it can be hard at the start. Give yourself a break. Give the person you ask a break. Don't rush it if you don't want to. And just give it some time, and you'll see. You'll see that it will grow, and you'll feel better about the program, because sponsorship is an intricate part of recovery. They support you through the 12 steps, the 12 traditions, service work. They can help you with your daily life, help you with dealing with stress, all those kind of things. It's great to have somebody who's on your side, who will hear you out for the good, for the bad, the ugly. Will just hear you out for who you are and how you see the world. You know, it's great, because that's what mine does. And we've been friends for a lot of years now. We've developed a friendship, and it's turned out to be excellent. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a comment below. If you didn't, please leave a comment below. My name is Terry G. This is an alcohol-free life channel where we learn to live sober one day at a time. You can take a second, please subscribe. Take another second and hit that like button. God bless. I'll see you next week. Ciao for now.